Our government is the #1 propaganda organization that we have in this country. If they want to finish you, they will finish you from right from State House. If they see you are growing politically, they will finish you right from State House. You are the people who say that you're going to ask the government to give information. Let this information come to us from these people who are live on a daily basis, not on the Gazette magazine.
What I know, the intention of this law is this. During the Gen Z uprising, we all saw what happened. Okay? People walikuwa wanasalimia watu kwa mitandao, si ndio? Wasipokusalimia kwa mtandao na kusalimia wapi? Kwa inbox. So sasa hizi utaenda utengeneze silhouette ya mwanasiasa utupe kwa mtandao.
There are laws that have been made ambazo zimetukandamiza sisi na zimepita. Lakini sikiza kile kiko kwa hii amendment, sio kile umeona kwa social media. Because fact remains, I have been a victim of misinformation myself. If you know, you know. Yeah. But the fact remains, that misinformation is the one that is going to itakuchimbia kaburi. Tukiwa hapa tuko pamoja, we are riled up, tunakubaliana, tunakubali. When you walk outside that door, the law will deal with you individually.
Mbona usiseme straight, sisi tuelewe, ukifanya hivi ni cybercrime, na ukisema huyu akona mguu kidogo ni mjinga atajinyonga, hiyo ni cybercrime. Lakini nikisema mimi naongea kama Matiang'i, hiyo ni imitation. Unaona kuna trolling kule, kwa sababu baba alituacha, watu walikosoa kijana yake na disability, hiyo ni trolling. Lakini kulikuwa na kijana anaitwa KK anaongea kama Gashaku, hiyo ni talent. Sasa tofauti ni nini? Sasa
we had maandamano ambayo later on tulikuja kuambiwa that all those Kenyans who were doing demonstrations, who were picketing and doing whatever they were doing, they had become terrorists. Until now, as we speak, a number of young people were remanded because of being tagged the name terrorist.
Yeah.
Okay. When did we get to a point that someone who is asking for their rights had become a terrorist? Why are we bringing this thing of terrorism saizi wakati tunajua where we are heading to? Tutakuwa na so much that will be happening in terms of people wanting to picket because of reason A, B, C, D. Why are we doing it now? Okay. And number two, talking about, there is something that KJ, my alumni from Dagoretti has said, that gazeti ndio the only source that is okay. Gazeti ndio kwenye tunaweza fanya adverts, and yet anasema that advertisements cannot be done because these are international organizations zenye zina run hizi pages. Now my question is, Obina is not international. My guy here, no, I'm saying. Listen to me. Makideo here is not an international organization. He is made here. Yeah. We are the ones who have made these people, and some of us. Why can't this government go sit down and call us watuambieniaje advertisements tutakuwa tunazirun kwa page zenu? These are not international apps. These are people when you are build up. Tuache kutumia hizo excuse. And lastly, hii mambo ya misinformation. Our government is the #1 propaganda organization that we have in this country. If they want to finish you, they will finish you right from State House. If they see you are growing politically, they will finish you right from State House. So I want to urge our people, our lawmakers here. I'm just saying that because I'm a journalist. I'm saying that because I know what I'm saying. I just want to request us to do this. Tafadhali, you are the people who say that you're going to ask the government to give information. Let this information come to us from these people who are live on a daily basis, not on the Gazette magazine zenye ziliwacha kusoma 2010. Asanteni sana.
I want to keep it very simple, guys. Hata nimesimama, I want to keep it very simple. So tumonde swali moja tu ile na kuwasha kabisa kwa roho yako. Hiyo moja peke yake, and then we'll allow viongozi ambao wako hapa kurespond. Moja tu ambayo inakuwasha.
Asante. Kwa majina naitwa Daktari Babazuri, kiongozi wa wanafunzi wote, President of all universities and colleges in Kenya. I support this. As much as ningependa kuambia Wakenya, as much as tunatumia TikTok na Instagram, tuweze kupenda also to visit. I'm a student of law in MKU, also to visit those websites. The bill has been there. Nimeshangaa sana wakati Obina ama Wayondi amesema hii kitu amepewa ni tofauti. Amesema kama na ninakumbuka Kabogo pale ametashangaa hizi mambo gani. So tupenda kusoma, tuingie pale kwa website tupate another thing. Lastly, to the MPs, I did not elect MP from Wajir. I elected Jalango. So I can't blame you for that. You are doing a good job. But now I'm asking Jalango, as you go back to Parliament, peleka amendment bill, instead ya kutumulika website ambazo zinapiga serikali, pia mulika website ambazo zinafanya kazi nzuri, muwapee kazi waweze kuspread hii civic education tunafanya. Ndio sisi wote tuweze kugrow. Instead ya kusema huyu mnangoja pornography pale, angalia kuna watu kama Obina wanafanya kazi mzuri kila Monday. Wapee nafasi hata advert ya 5 minutes waweze kutusomea hii bill. Kama hajui ama hawezi kusoma Kiingereza, anaweza lipia kazi tu bill inafanya.
One more.
I have traveled all the way, nimetoka Samburu huko mahali inaitwa Mara. Nimetravel all the way kutoka mahali inaitwa Mara, Samburu. I am an advocate of digital literacy amongst the pastoralist community. And this was driven by my urge. Niliona kwa jamii ya Kenya ama kwa Kenya kwa ujumla, ukienda kwa jela imejaa maskini na Masai. Kwa sababu maskini hana pesa ya ongana atoke na Masai hajui kujitetea. So since my community and Africa look in general will not be left back. Matters concerning digital literacy globally, we will be addressing things globally. Kwa sababu sasa tunaongelea maneno ya internet locally. Kuna vitu mingi zinaendelea globally that is displacing Africa globally. Vitu kama climate change, vitu mingi zina affect to Africa. So I'm the African who will be able to advocate this thing digitally. Sasa niliona hii maneno ya cybercrime. Mimi nachunga ng'ombe ndio nimeweka simu. Sasa huko kwa criminal kuchunga ng'ombe, tumesikia kitu serikali imeweka kwa simu inaitwa cybercrime. Sasa huko kuna hii misinformation. Sasa huko kwetu ni mingi kwa sababu literally digitally tuko nyuma, education tuko nyuma. Sasa nikasema because mimi si kama wakili hapa, lakini I give a lot to the wakili. Hata kama sijasoma ni kweli kwanza anaweza kumkosoa, amesema kwa watch pornography you are not promoting pornography. Na hapa Mwakideo anatuambia subscribe, watch, stream. That is already promoting. When you are watching promoting. Sasa mimi nimeweka simu hapo. Napiga ng'ombe yangu picha, naona niko mgonjwa. Sijui daktari anasema my ng'ombe is not growing. Is small like Sakayo. Na kuiko mkubwa anaitwa Sakayo, umeingilia na cybercrime. Unaweka kwa sababu sasa hii tunataka kufanya vile Obina anasema ambiguous. Hii kitu mbona usiseme straight, sisi tuelewe. Ukifanya hivi ni cybercrime na ukisema huyu akona mguu kidogo ni mjinga atajinyonga, hiyo ni cybercrime. Lakini nikisema mimi naongea kama Matiang'i, hiyo ni imitation. Unaona kuna trolling kule kwa sababu baba alituacha. watu walikosoa kijana yake na disability, hiyo ni trolling. Lakini kulikuwa na kijana anaitwa KK anaongea kama Gashaku, hiyo ni talent. Sasa tofauti ni nini? Sasa kwa sisi tumesafa sana kwa jela. Angalau amefungwa miaka 18 Naivasha Martin Prison. Akatoka sasa hivi mpaka nyumbani mgonjwa kwa sababu hakujua kujitetea. Swali yangu ni hii. Sheria ni mzuri sana. Ukiingia mtu vizuri kama wewe ulikuwa unaiset moyo. Hii mlipigwa makofi. Na ulemavu ni mbaya. Sasa kwa sheria isemekane ukifanya kwa ulemavu ni mbaya. Lakini ukifanya mzuri hiyo ni kali. Sasa sheria glide. Sasa mimi nasema sheria ni mzuri ikiwa iko pande ile nyingine, lakini ikikuwa pande mbaya kwa mtu ya mkono ya mtu mwenye anataka kukunyanyasa kama serikali itakumaliza kabisa, kwa sababu terrorist ni mbaya na ni mzuri na ni kweli terrorist ni mbaya, lakini ukienda maandamano kwa sababu sheria ya terrorist ilihusishwa kunawekwa kwa terrorist. Sasa kwa hii sheria ukisema mtu mzuri yezi geuswa uambiwe ni cyber crime.
Wanaume wengi sana. Sikiliza leo. Hakuna. Haya.
Asante sana kwa video. Okay. Mimi sitaongea mingi sana. Kwanza wacha niseme niko na furaha sana. Mimi the first day nimeona na macho yangu JK Kiare ambaye siku ile alisema wale Gen Z protesters wote walikuwa AI generated. I was live on NTV, it was on Parliament live. Ya pili, the bill is so good. I want to thank you for that, being the brainchild behind this. Thank you. I think also sometimes to simplify sana, pengine baada anatoka, that is what his people want. Lakini generally in the republic we want this kind of movement. Yende Kenya mzima kwa sababu this thing touches on chapter 4 of the constitution, which is the Bill of Rights. Anything that touches on chapter 4 of the constitution cannot be changed by the house alone, but requires general public participation, because that is the only chapter of the constitution that we are sure is going to protect us, our property and our lives in the future. So constitutional review, constitutional amendment and referendum must be, it must not be disguised as amendment, because there are so many amendments these people are doing that it may culminate into a referendum without us knowing. Unajua mtu anaweza kuwa anakula kidogo kidogo, ukishtuka chakula kimeisha. We are looking at this constitution. You know, right now we are not no longer depending on our favorite politician like Baba now, may so rest in peace. Ile kitu ametuachia lazima tutakinga na all our body parts ni katiba. So every change that is coming involve us from toe to our foreheads.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Habari zenu. Kwa salama. Najua I've listened to politicians talk so much, but they are not touching the main point. Talking about corners, there's no problems with that, with whatever they're saying. So, but there is one problem. Why are you not addressing Section 27 of the Act that is in contention? I've done of the amendment that is in contention, because this is what allow me to read. One, the inclusion of the phrase likely to cause a person to commit suicide. Yes. In common sense, that will maybe seek to enhance protection against cyber harassment and its psychological effects, which is correct up to that point. But then the question we are having is, why should we have ambiguity in the law? Why should it be so ambiguous and so verbose, not being specific? It's ambiguous to me. It's not ambiguous to me because in the law, if you're going to make something is a problem, they'll say that if you commit action A, it's an offense. For instance, Mheshimiwa, you said something here, and I've noted very well. Yeah. You said Raila Odinga Jr. was being trolled, okay? And that is harassment, right? Because of his disability. Why not amend the law and say that if you post material or something that touches on disability of someone, okay, and that action causes someone to have, like, most likely to commit suicide. You know, you're being specific. What I know, the intention of this law is this. During the Gen Z uprising, we all saw what happened. Okay? People walikuwa wanasalimia watu kwa mitandao, si ndio? Wasipokusalimia kwa mtandao wanakusalimia wapi? Kwa inbox. So sasa hizi utaenda utengeneze silhouette ya mwanasiasa utupe kwa mtandao. Kisha tupo, what happens? Unapigwa pingu, unawekwa ndani. But the issue is this. If let me give my opinion. Let me give my opinion. If you are being honest with this law, the first question you have to ask when you're making the law, what is the intention of the lawmaker? What is the intention? Because if you do not get the intention of the lawmaker, there is some malice in that law.
It's popular, but it's a lie.
No, let me tell you, everyone will have a right of reply. Nikimaliza utakuja useme do not agree with me because of this and this. You gave your opinion, I sat down and I listened. Yes. So we have to ask. The law cannot discipline everyone. In fact, the law is a very small part of society. Society inalingana na watu wenyewe. And the question I asked about the intention of the lawmaker is because we need a law that is very clear and not ambiguous. Go amend that section, come up and say, when you say ABCD, you will be held liable. Once we have talked about protection of the child, we have the Children's Act. Why didn't you insert that in the Children's Act? I'm asking questions. I'm asking questions that are thought-provoking. They may look stupid, but they're thought-provoking. You must sit down and ask yourself. Now, there are these questions I want to ask here. We have statutes that guide different laws. We have the Children's Act. We have the Terrorism Act. We have the Societies Act that govern churches and societies. I don't know how the specific. If you are saying you are using this cyber, why not say as read together with section this and this of this act? It is because you are widening your scope so that when somebody disagrees with you politically, you have somewhere to capture. And that is
Asante sana. Makofi kwake wakili wetu. All right.
You can't let this one.
Just very fast. Let me do it. It's okay.
All right. Acha tumsikize wakili mwingine.
Just a moment. Don't worry, I have the bill in the head, so it's okay.
All right.
Please allow me to say something before we go on. As young people, I want to encourage all of you. Please have a tolerance for having offending opinions. Please. Even if you do not like someone, never assume you cannot learn about something about him. Pardon? Okay. I'm saying this, please as young people, let us have an ability to tolerate divergent opinion. Even if you do not like someone, never assume you know everything that you cannot learn something. Okay? Now there are particular things that have been said, and most of you agree with, right? You feel they are factual, and your feelings, you could say, are valid, right? But we started by saying the lawmaker is here. If you want to check the intention of a bill, there is something called the memorandum. Correct. You do not need to get the intention from the air. All you need to do is go check your memorandum. The memorandum has the objects, and they are listed properly, and actually that is in law. If you look at the fact sheet for Parliament, it provides for that particular structure. Good people. Okay. Second thing that I want to say is, if you stand in front of people and give legal advice that it is wrong, he said we have a right of legal reply. The reply is this: if you tell me likely to cause suicide can be interpreted in the medium of comments, I want to ask all of you, how many people have ever commented something and you wanted someone to die or just wanted to make jokes? Kuna mtu ashaifanya hivyo? How many wanted to kill someone because of a comment? Then the law does not apply to you. It would be unfair for us to sit here and honestly tell people likely to cause suicide is because of a comment. That is not what the law is meant to attack. And we are doing ourselves a disservice as citizens, as young people, because all of you here look like really brilliant people. You should not sit here and accept a position that is wrong, whether by me as a lawyer,
all right,
or by a member of Parliament.
Wakili.
So what I'm suggesting is this, as I close. Even on the premise of even on the premise of public participation, if I do a spot check here and ask all of you, how many read the bill? Most of you probably had it the first time here, correct?
Yeah.
Now, if we say we are going around the whole country, most of the people who are going to come and attend those invites, were it not for these people doing the service first, it means even the forum itself will still be challenged in court. Because people will come and say, we still did not know. We can never move as a country like that, my good. So what I'm suggesting to you is this. Why don't we, as we have said before, if we seriously want other changes in the law, we are available here as drafters, as advocates, as lawyers. Why don't we come and have a forum and say, these are the amendments we want. Tomorrow we will give him. And he will amend what we want.
All right.
Including his own amendments.
Wakili, there's an issue here
yes,
that Wakili were raised.
Yes.
It's an issue about child pornography.
Yes.
Na akasema kuna Children's Act.
Yes.
Akasema mbona haikuwekwa pale katika Children's Act, for example.
Yeah.
Mbona haikuwekwa pale katika Children's Act?
Now, he properly put it. You know, child pornography, and I'm really disappointed that we have to discuss this. No child has consent. By the time someone is posting child pornography for profit, that is beyond someone who can claim to be human. Everyone here who is a parent, who would like to see their own kids or their own teenagers or their own youth watching porn. Even if someone is watching pornography right now, are you promoting pornography? That is not the object of this law. So when you say Children's Act, we go to read the memorandums of the Children's Act. The memorandum of the Children's Act are based on Article 53 of the Constitution, best interest of the child. And like a member of Parliament here said, no law is read in isolation. All right?
Okay.
So let's be fair to the alternative opinions, but be accurate.
MP Adam.
Yeah. Let me just answer the last question.
Yes, please.
The last question is that why is it not in the Children's Act? Everything about the child is not in the Children's Act. Children go to school, we have the Education Act, we have the Basic Education Act. Children go to universities, we have the Universities Act. Children do sports, we have the Sports Act. So we cannot put everything in one act. That's why we have different acts. This act is about access, about computers, about systems. What will be blocked is not the child view, it's a website. And this is computer misuse and cyber crimes. When you create a crime in the cyberspace, it is not under the Children's Act, it is under the cyber crimes. So, if a person who has gone to law school will stand up here and tell the public something like that, then we need a lot of education. Honestly. Because I am a lawyer. I am his senior by probably 20 years. That is not, reading the law is not about one act. That is why our constitution is a small document like this, and our laws can fill the whole of this place if we add the regulations. And we do the statute, and then under this statute we are going to do regulations. And those regulations are what people will be using for day to day. So, and I'm sure my learned friend there knows that. Being popular is not being right. We did not come to this forum so that people can cheer us. We came to this forum to give the correct information. So, if I want to be cheered, we are politicians, the four of us. We normally go on a podium, we can say things when we want kura. Today we are not asking for votes. We are coming to give you information regarding the amendments of computer misuse and cyber crimes 2025. Thank you.
Right. Makofi kwake jamani. Makofi pia kwa wakili Mugembi. Makofi pia kwa OBC Obina. Makofi kwa YY. MCGS, ladies and gentlemen. Cabinet MP KJ. MP, ndugu yangu Kitui. Anata MP, mheshimiwa jamani. Dani Mato is a building. Wakili wewe pia, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to end this live podcast. We have to end it.
Hello? Mko salama? Now, I have just one quick thing to say. To the members of parliament, kindly understand that Kenyans right now are in a position of a deficiency of trust. And that is why the reactions are the way they are right now. That does not mean that they are not willing to hear, but it's just that deficiency of trust. But also, to the Kenyans, please, let us understand that laws are not made the way sisi tumezoea, ambao baba yangu nyumbani ama mama yangu nyumbani anasema hii ndio sheria na ninafaa kutii. There are ways in which laws are made that, yes, we do understand that there are laws that have been made ambazo zimetukandamiza sisi na zimepita. Lakini sikiza kile kiko kwa hii amendment, sio kile umeona kwa social media. Because fact remains, I have been a victim of misinformation myself. If you know, you know. Yeah. But the fact remains, that misinformation is the one that is going to itakuchimbia kaburi. Tukiwa hapa tuko pamoja, we are riled up, tunakubaliana, tunakubali. When you walk outside that door, the law will deal with you individually. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. Misinformation.
Just to answer one.
All right.
Answering one. We need
Every day.
It's time to answer things.
Okay. All right. Mheshimiwa Mbunge wa Lang'ata.
And as for governor,
we have agreed that newspapers cannot be the only way the government talks to its people, more so when they're now talking about digital age like where we are. So it's also an easy thing for us to also go back to the committees. We put up maybe the top 10 or top 20 YouTube channels or top podcasts, so that they are put on a budget whenever the government wants to advertise and get to its people. But also, when that happens, that Alex is advertising a government issue, it is for your information. Yes, it's been paid by the government. That does not mean that now he has his government. You get what I mean? Kwa sababu you nowadays see an artist has been called to perform at a national function. Everybody is trolling them for working with the government there. Then it becomes an issue. That person trolling that artist, the mother is a teacher working for the government. So, it is a very thin line. So let's all agree that we can go out there and talk to the digital team with the government to be able to put up a list of top YouTube channels, top Instagram pages, top influencers to be used to also send messages out there for the people. Thank you so much.
Mine will be very brief, and I want to see you when we're talking. It is to let you know that we are squarely in what is called the fourth industrial revolution. It is a big revolution. It is going to bring disruptions in every sector. Kama uko agriculture, you must know now that you are going to be dealing with agri-tech. If you're in education, it is edu-tech. If you're in finance, it is financial technology and fintech. So we are squarely in a totally new world. Now, like every technology, this technology called the fourth industrial revolution, AI, cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, the Internet of Things, all these things is bringing to us very great promise. We will be able to do very great things. But just like any technology, it brings promise, but it also promises